Question 17. You have a diagram. It says a summer camp counselor wants to find a length x in feet across a lake as represented in the sketch above. Now this is a sketch. This is the diagram being referred to. He wants to find a length that's AE, this length that is in x feet. The length represented by AB, EB, BD and CD on the sketch were determined to be 1,800 feet, 1,400 feet, 700 feet and 800 feet respectively. This means line AB is 1,800 feet. That's the first one. EB, which is the second one, is 1,400 feet. BD, which is the third, is 700 feet. And CD is 800 feet. Segments AC and DE intersect at B. You have AC and DE meet at B. The two lines meet at B. And angle AEB with E in the middle, E to A to B, E to A to B, and angle CDB. You pick the D in the middle to know where the angle actually lies. This is D to C and to B. This angle have the same measure. That means this angle and this angle are the same. What is the value of x? It's telling us to find x, and x is AE. AE is x in feet. This question was carved out of similar triangles, where we've been given that this angle E is the same thing as angle D, and you should know that this angle here is the same thing as this angle because they're vertically opposite. We don't need to get all the angles, but just to aid your understanding of this question, we're just pointing this out. And if this and this are the same and this and this are the same, therefore this and this are the same. Angle C and angle A are the same. So they are similar triangles. This is the larger one, the bigger one, and this is the smaller one. And it's all about ratio. So let's just go on and fill in the measurements on the diagram. We have AB as 1,800 feet. That's 1,800 feet. We have EB as 1,400 feet. We have BD as 700 feet. We have CD as 800 feet. This is 800 feet. Note that with this we can find x, and also note that AB is similar to BC. That's this AB is similar to BC. EB is similar to BD. That line EB is similar to line BD. And finally, line AE is similar to line DC. Because they are similar triangles, it's like saying DC is enlarged to AE, or AE is an enlargement of DC. And note, we are looking for AE. So if you're looking for AE, note you have AB as 1,800. The line similar to AB is BC, which is unknown. This can help us because we'll be having two unknowns in solving a question. But if you look at EB is 1,400. EB has a value, and BD, which is similar to it, also has a value. We can use these two with DC similar to AE to find the value of x in feet. Taking this bigger triangle, we can say AE, that's the vertical line, AE over EB equals, for the small triangle, the equivalent of AE over EB is the vertical line of the small triangle, which is CD over BD. What we've done is, for the big triangle, we take the vertical over this line, that's this, over EB. Then we take CD, which is the vertical similar to that of the big triangle, over BD, which is similar to EB. So you have to do it in that pattern. You can even choose to put EB over AE, but you must also put BD over CD. Either way, you still get your answer right. So what's AE? AE is the unknown, which is X, over EB. EB is 1400 equals CD. CD is 800 over BD. BD is 700. You can choose to multiply both sides by the LCM of the two denominators, which are 1400 and 700. And the LCM, you know, is 1400. But you can also cross multiply. You cross and multiply. That you have X times 700 equals, on the other side of equals sign, you have 1400 times 800. 1400 times 800. We're looking for X, so we divide both sides by 700. Here 700 cancels 700. No, you're not allowed to use a calculator. X equals, you have 0 cancels 0, another 0 cancels 0, 7 here 1, 7 in 14, that's 2. So you have 2 times 800. Best you solve this way because you're not allowed to use a calculator, so you don't have complications. You have X equals 2 times 800. 2 times 800 is 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 8 is 16. So you have it as 1600. X is therefore 1600 feet. Please include the unit so you can get your full mark. You might find equating the lines in this case difficult, but what if you name them ABC? Let's say you take the big triangle, you name the sides capital letter A, capital letter B, and capital letter C. Coming also to the small triangle, you name them ABC, but you have small letter A, small letter B, and small letter C, based on similarities in sides with the bigger triangle. You will better understand when we illustrate. Let's say this is big A, that this vertical line or this vertical side is big A for the big triangle. For the small triangle, we have DC, that is this line, as our small a. If we take EB, this line, as our big B for the big triangle, for the small triangle, we take BD as our small b. This is our small b. And if we take AB as our big C for the big triangle, we take BC as our small c for the small triangle. Based on this labeling, if we take from the big triangle capital letter A or big A over big B, it will equal, on the small triangle, we'll take small a over small b. Hope you understand. Now your big A will be X, as in this case. Your big B is 1400, as in this case. Your small a is 800, as in this case. And your small b is 700, as in this case. And with this, you can solve this question. The technicality of this question is figuring out the similar sides in the two triangles. In some cases, the triangles might be arranged side by side. It might be one is sitting upright and the other turned upside down. In whichever case you get this kind of question based on similar triangles, you need to figure out sides that are similar to one another, which will be quite different from this pattern. Then you solve. Note, a shortcut to solving this question if showing your working is not demanded. BD of a small triangle is similar to EB of the big triangle. So if you check, BD of a small triangle was 700, and of the big triangle, the similar line EB is 1400. You have to multiply 2 by 700 to get 1400. It's just same thing as saying the small triangle is enlarged to the larger triangle on a scale factor of 2, because you have to multiply 700 by 2 to get 1400. So for AE, which is similar to DC, you have to multiply DC by 2 to get AE of the big triangle. So multiplying 800 by 2, you get 1600 feet. Hope you understand.